Alright, let's grab it. Hollow Coronation. It appears that the final sequence set of Atlas Skews has been detected. The Queen expects your haste in collecting them as she believes Zio Arath has realized what you're searching for and is likely searching for them as well. A missive from Marasov is best not kept waiting. So, excuse me. I believe you can only get this if you've got all the other Astral Skews from the last 3 weeks. So, if you guys don't have this, just make sure you've, finished collecting the last 3 weeks of Skews. Oh, I can grab this also. Cool. Alright, Mara. Love is a spectrum guardian. It can be expressed as a mutual bond, a clawing devotion, a determined sacrifice, or so many other ways. To assume each expression holds the same merit as the next is to be mistaken. It is that misunderstanding which far too often separates. Aldrin's last breadcrumb grouping of Atlas Skews has been detected phasing into the dreaming city, and then only the Sceptre remains. Marasov's tone shifts. Zio Arath has got wind of your travels to the gatehouse. Her minions swarm the Senate space around it. Do not dally. Alright, let's see what we have to do now. Collect all the Atlas Skews in the Confluence and the adjoining passageways. Alright guys, so as usual, same as last week. Once I find them, I'll basically edit all 5 of those videos together so that I don't basically waste my time trying to, blunder around the Dreaming City. So yeah, I'll see you guys when I find the first one. Alright guys, so the Astral Skews for this week are located in the Confluence. So the way you get the way you get there is, first of all, obviously land at the Tibulian Mists, head towards the Spine of Kiris, which is towards the left here, and basically make your way to the observatory right over here. This is the observatory, but this bridge over here, once you hit this bridge, just jump off to this pathway, and we are supposed to enter this portal right over here. This portal takes you to the Confluence, basically. So yeah, this is where we are now. So now I'm supposed to find the Astral Skews. So yeah, now that you guys know how to get here, I'm just going to start skipping ahead until I find each and every one of them. See you then. Alright guys, the first one is literally, so we came from there, just head down straight until you see this big crystal, and the first one is right over here. So this is the Confluence giant crystal one. Alright. I'll see you guys when I find the next ones. Alright everyone, so the second one is again very close. I'm going to quickly retrace my steps so that you guys don't lose track. So the crystal is over there. There's only one pathway you can go, by the way. So we came from behind the crystal. Simply go around this way. You'll enter this room here. We're going to go take a right. And the second Astral Skew is located near this tree to the left a bit, right over here. There you go. So this one was the Tree Triad one. Confluence Tree Triad. Alright. See you guys when I find the third one. Alright, so the fourth one is also very close. Literally go past the tree. That's the tree right over there. The Astral Skew we found was over there. So go past it. You'll find this smaller tree. Take a left. And the statue right up here is where the Astral Skew is located. So yeah, opposite this portal. You don't want to take that portal. So that was the garden entry statue one. So we're missing the Harbinger Cathedral and the Confluence Throne Portal. Throne Portal one. Alright, I'll see you guys then. Alright, the fourth one is right in this big room. How do you get to this big room? Well, you see the crystal, guys? So last time we went left. So from the crystal, we went over that way to find the tree ones. So this time, go straight ahead to this big room. And you can see it right over there in front of me, right over there. Huh. So yeah, these ones are pretty easy. Once you enter the Confluence, you just kind of have to run around and you'll get them. And that was the Throne Portal one. So we're missing the Harbinger Cathedral one. So yeah, I'll see you guys when I find that one. Alright guys, and the final one is again very simple. So literally, yeah, this is a lot of backtracking, but I want to show you guys where it is so that you guys don't get lost. So you see the main room we were at? Oh, well, that was weird. So that was the tree room. On my right is the big crystal, and straight ahead is the throne world. So instead, go take a left now, and just follow the Just follow this straight path. There's literally only one way to go. You can't go anywhere else from here. So Harbinger's Seclude, and right in front of you is the final Astral Skew. Alright, with that done, I assume we have to go back to the vault, right? Yep, a hollow coronation. Let's go. So I wonder if we're actually going to have some fighting to do. She did say that Ziv-Orat's forces are coming, so I assume we're going to fight them. Alright. Oh, I'm excited though. I've been using this solely, this only trace rifle for all my bounties. Because Ruinous Effigy, which was a trace rifle introduced in Season of the Arrival, got nerfed pretty badly, so hasn't been as fun to use. Alright, back into the Dosmery Vault with the final skews. Let's go.
Ager, much loved by the flock, convinced a great many to fly with the twins when they left the hollow. He knelt before Riga and presented the crown of feathers their mother had crafted for her, and waited for her to respond in kind. She rose as queen, but did not gift Ager the scepter. His scepter. Despite everything, she still said he wasn't ready. It was a test of his will, right? His devotion. One he would not fail. For he was patient. So patient. Together the twins led the flock away from the oak's hollow to carve new nests in distant boughs beyond the forest's edge. Ager flew far and wide at Riga's behest, always thinking of her test, and returned home with tales of all that he had seen. Dark clouds surrounded them. Fires burned within trees, split by thunderous bolts. His twin kept his words close. Riga scattered prophetic bones and traced their curvature like weathered oaken bends. In them the signs were clear. A great storm did indeed approach. They in its path. And so they prepared themselves for war. I wish you'd just give it to me. I could use it to help us face what we both know is coming. It doesn't even belong to you.
And Mara was such a bitch to
The
Aldrin.
storm he speaks of was the flashpoint. The battle of Saturn against the Taken King.
The Taken King,
It was the
Oryx.
shift from stability into dissonance. I failed to shape Aldrin in accordance with my goals, but if I were to take all that he was and reveal that past to him now, would he be my brother? Or is it only his echoes that remain? I see many of those same beginnings leading now to different ends. Tell me, would you be so forgiving if Crow carried more of Aldrin with him? Would you still accept him?
Well put. I mean, to be fair, Aldrin was a pretty shitty person towards the end of Forsaken. Crow is a much better person, right? Everybody loves Crow. But still, man, I think a lot of what Aldrin was because of Marasov. Alright, this is it. Let's go in. Dosmery Vault. Oh, there it is. It's a pretty place. Claim Ager's Sceptre.
A defensive ward has been engaged over the Sceptre. It is a failsafe to keep it protected. Either my brother found this place without my knowledge and set it off, or the ward was engaged when the surrounding architecture suffered structural damage. There is a bypass. It is code, kept secret, in that it has been scattered across dozens of terminals throughout the Awoken territory. Fret not, you don't have to collect them.
Oh, thank God.
This is consolidated and reformed. While you wait, you needn't stand idle like a lost child. Return to me. My borders are threatened.
I was about to say, if I have to go hunting for pieces of a code now, I'd be so pissed. Thank you. Thank you, Bungie. Alright, so we are now heading back to Mara, right? Yeah. Alright. So yeah, as I was saying, I think a lot of what Soft became was because he wanted to show his devotion to his sister. And I think that led him to some really desperate paths, right? So it's a bit sad, honestly. Alright, I want to use something else. I am bored of... Let's use Arc. It's been a long time since I used Arc. There's something in my post box. An Umbral Engram, alright. So I'm just gonna dump some stuff in. Let's put you back in. I think I'll put Shayra's Wrath in Vulpecula, I'll put you in. I have a lot of stuff, right? Put Solar Scars in as well. I do have another Vulpecula, so I just want to quickly compare the two. Tunnel Vision Headstone, Killing Wind Headstone. Reloading after defeating a target increases target acquisition and aim down sight speed and Killing Wind. I think the Killing Wind is better. Fractathist. Alright, let's go, Mara. I'm coming. Marasov eyes you for a moment, expecting you to bow or something of the like. Hell no! After a moment, she sighs and says, I can bypass the security screen you encountered, but I require a noble seal. It's not a badge or a key, so to speak, but a series of codes kept by the awoken nobility and stored within the dreaming city. It was my final line of defense if Aldrin was ever able to enter the Dosmery vault. I will have them collected and forwarded to your ghost, but I suspect Ziva-Arat's forces will interfere with my search. Clear away as many of her minions within my city as you are able. Secure control of the blind well to clear a path for my corsairs. What are we doing? Earn Parallax Trajectory by completing activities during the Season of the Lost and by defeating combatants with rifles in Astral Alignment. Alright guys, so a bit of a speed bump here. So rifle, flanker bows, auto rifle, I can use that, and parallax trajectories. Okay, so I'll see you guys when I finish this. I'll just run a bunch of the astral alignment and get that done with. I also presume that some of the anchors must have now spawned within the Dreaming City, so I'll also collect them if I find them. Alright, see you guys then. Alright guys, so it's been some time since I last recorded, but the Destiny session is essentially, but there's a bunch of quests for this. So essentially the quests were get kills with rifles in Astral Alignment, and also gain super. Then there's the next step was gain super kills and kill champions in Astral Alignment, and this is the next step. Right, I'm right on now. So you have to basically finish these 3 strikes. I believe you can just select them straight from the map itself. So Lake of Shadows, the Disgraced, and the Glass Wisp. So I'll start with the Lake of Shadows. I'll finish this step as well, completely off screen as well, because obviously you guys have probably seen this strike before, and I'll see you guys when I'm done with this. Alright guys, I have finally finished off all the 3 strikes. That was probably the fastest step of the lot so far. So now I have to basically visit Mara. Am I gonna get the weapon? I mean, this was step 8, the strike one. Let me just quickly see. Okay, now we're on 9. Queen Marasov has requested an audience. Do not keep her waiting. Alright, alright. Oh man, that was... the champion one can be a bit frustrating. I can see why. But I think the best way to farm that one was to just delay the entire seasonal activity. That's what we essentially did. All the randoms did not, just ended up not doing the objective, and then champions kept on spawning. Alright, anyway. Let's see. Mar looks pleased as you approach. You enacted my commands. The strands of nobility stolen from the Dreaming City have been reassembled, and now I grant you this, a noble seal. It will deactivate the Sceptre's security screen and allow you to take it. Chic sails. Ziva-Arat isn't the type to lie down and die when beaten. Expect her minions to be waiting for you. No one lays claim to what is mine. Arm yourself with Ager's Sceptre and send her thieves screaming to their graves. An oaken cipher, lost or pillaged. Alright, let's do it. A hollow coronation. Recommended 1300. Let's go. Let's go. Finally. This was probably the longest recording session I've done for Destiny 2. Imagine I dismantle this. Alright, so I believe it's a stasis rifle, trace rifle. So that's pretty cool. Now, so far every stasis weapon has used primary ammo. I wonder if this is going to be the same. Oh, there we go. Is it mine? Let's go! Defeat Kel'Garath risen from bones and his minions. Alright. So, let me put you on. This is a special. Okay, so it uses special ammo. That's good to know. Let's slap on my gnawing hunger. Actually, no. Let's slap on my... So what does this weapon do? One day you will mold the world to your liking, dear brother, as I always have. Ager Skull. Final blows with this weapon generate a slowing burst around the defeated target. Greatly controls recoil, increased stability. Stasis final blows transfer ammo to this weapon's magazine from reserve. So this is basically like the other trace rifle I was using earlier in the video, the solar one. Why am I forgetting the name of it? Essentially, final blows means you don't have to reload with this thing. So this is Riga's Refrain and this is Ager Skull. That's pretty cool. So essentially they're working together. Oh, look at this thing. Looks like a beast. Alright, so we can finally destroy these things now. Alright, let's do it, boy. Oh my god, that's a lot of them. Oh, that is so good. Holy shit. Add control to the maximum with this weapon. It just freezes them. That is so good. Alright, buddy. Enough of you. There we go. Wow, this is so good. Holy shit. That was splendid. Oh, there's more of them, and they're not shooting at me for some reason. Okay. Alright.
Zivor-Arath's subordinate came to my doorstep as a thief. Their death is the price of encroachment. Ager's scepter carves pathways toward one's goals. The compass you carry is based off the same principles as this weapon. In Uldren's hands, it could have connected every edge of my kingdom. Through Zivor-Arath, it would grant an omnipresence within the reef even I could not subdue. Deliver it safely to me. While it may never be Uldren's, it may yet serve to guide what he has become.
Alright, so we can finally use this weapon now to fully explore the Shattered Realms now. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing during the week, is trying to unlock every single triumph. Because if you do want the seal for this season, you do need to get all the data caches from each of the 3 regions, and you also need to get all the mysteries. So that is a requirement. Also, we got the triumph here. So we just need to get a catalyst. I'm not sure where we can get this from. If I had to guess, it's somewhere in the Shattered Realm. That's my guess. Alright, let's head to Mara. And finally end this video. This has been a long one. New exotic ornament available. Really? Let's see. I'm not gonna buy it, but... That's just a recolor. That looks... Ugh. The base one looks so much better. What? Come on, Bungie. Put a little bit more effort into them. Let's make it... Let's be a bit more creative, I'd say. Oh, this is a great weapon. This is even better than... Okay, I'm forgetting it. I'm gonna find the name of that. What is it called? So this is the kinetic. We've got the final one here. Energy... yeah, Prometheus Lens. So this one is fires a solar trace beam and generates a damaging heat field that grows while the weapon continues to fire. Yeah, so this is the same one. Whenever you get a kill with that, it reloads automatically. Same thing with this. Except this one is stasis and just freezes enemies. This is way better. Alright, Mara. Wait, approach what?
So you wish to hear the rest of my brother's story? Fine. I will oblige you. When the storm came, Riga and Ager rode the winds to meet it. A fleet of talons at their back. A great battle ensued. The storm took, as was its nature. Many fell, Ager among them. Riga could only watch as he tumbled down, 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 until her heart beat alone. She dove into the storm, giving herself to destroy it. Riga's spirit ascended higher into the sky, where she hoped to reunite with her brother. Instead, she met the thing that sent the storm. A bottomless well of grief, unreachable by reasoning or bargaining or violence. A voice in the darkness. And so, Riga gathered her feathers into an aegis of wings to shield the world below. But over the years, feathers broke away. Futility wore thin her resolve. Then, one day, her heart began to beat as it once had. Doubled, distant, but different. A beautiful echo. Hope called her home. And though she prayed to find Ager there, he never returned.
Alright, there we go. That is the story of Ager and Riga. Alright, so I guess that's it.
I still feel Uldren's heartbeat somewhere out there. When your crow first stood in my halls, I saw an ember of my Uldren burning in his breast. Curiosity and a sibling fondness told me I could stoke that ember. I hope it is not a lie. I hope he is more than the last ebb of hot ash from a long dead flame. Many of his faults were not of his own making. Uldren's decisions were his, of course, but driven by whips in the hands of others. Myself included. I will have to offer him more than an old story of an empty promise if I wish to see that ember burn again. This is the path I led Uldren down. If certain actors had kept to their roles, I would have wielded Uldren Salv, Light Bearer. But even Mara Salv cannot control everyone. I celebrate his resurrection in the light, but I detest seeing my brother rewritten, his greater self sloughed away and swept into the cellar. There is still good to draw from who he was. Don't squander it. He needs a star to guide him. Uldren or Crow, they are the same in that regard. Ager's scepter is yours, then. Both its burden and the freedom it can provide. Be careful with it, Guardian. He is prone to devotion.
I'm starting to dislike her a lot. Ugh. Such a manipulative bitch. Are we sure she's not Savathun? You guys can read this if you want. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing she said. But that's it. I think we're done. Yep, a Hollow Coronation quest completed. Man, that was a long one. So that's the exotic quest for this season done. I don't know if there's going to be another secret one. My guesses are probably not. But my goal right now will be to completely gather all the triumphs, secret triumphs from the Forest of Echoes for this week. See how many of them I can get. But yeah. So also obviously I'll finish off all the seasonal challenges for this week, except for the Gambit one. I can get 2 more levels, so we should get to level 13 once I finish this. So Trace Rifle, Beacon's Line. So that's another run of the Forest of Echoes. That's the showdown. This is almost done, and 3 Nightfall. So cool, pretty simple stuff. So that's it, guys. That was a pretty long video, a long day to start this week of Destiny 2. Again, I highly recommend trying out Trials of Osiris this weekend if you missed it out last weekend, or if you were a little scared or nervous to play it. Definitely jump in. It is worth getting the rewards, even if you suck at it. I suck at it, and I got decent rewards. With that said, I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, please do show your support below, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.